G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. Currently in the shed, doing the final touches on the DRZ here for this Simpson trip. So I thought I'd take the time to show you what I'm actually packing on the bike and how I'm packing it. You see the fuel bladders on the ground there, how I'm gonna take this extra fuel along with me too. So I'll quickly go through everything in the bags, chuck it on the ground, I'll show you what I've got. I'll load it all back in, make sure I've got what I need, and show you how I'm gonna tie all this fuel down and what my plan is anyway. Right, let's jump straight into it. So I've just emptied out most of the stuff from the bags, but before we jump into all that stuff, the bags are actually on the bike. I'll show you what's going on there. So I'm running my usual setup with all the Krieger gear. Got the OS base down there, 3 bags. Usually I just have 3 12 litre. This is a 12 litre, and I've gone and upgraded to get 2 more. These are both 18 litre. I haven't emptied this one out just because it's only holding clothing and toiletries in there. You don't really need to see that, but that's all that bag is, dedicated just for clothing, toiletries. Yeah, upgraded the 2 side bags just to give myself that little bit of extra room. Being the biggest camping trip I've done, the longest camping trip I've done on the bike, so I wanted to have a bit of extra space just to make sure I could fit everything. And then on the front, obviously, got my toolkit, all of that in there. And the tank bag up here is just used for camera gear. You can see the drones in there, there'll be a GoPro, extra battery for the drone, stuff like that in there, all the charging gear. That's all that one is up for there. I'll kick it off on this side, this left side 18 litre bag. It is dedicated for all this here. I do have another video where I ran through all my setup before for a shorter camping trip. So you might have seen some of this already, but we'll run through it quickly. So I've got the tent, the Denali Zephyr 1, I've had it for a while now. Great tent, sleeping pad, what one is it? Cedar Summit Comfort Plus. It's pretty good, it'll do the job for me, but yeah, you always want more comfort, but to pack light and small, it's great. So sleeping bag here, got the Denali Light 50, 10 degrees rating. I do have a bigger one that is rated to, I think, around 0, but I wanted to save a bit of space, so I went and bought a sleeping bag liner, which will give me that little bit of extra warmth should I need it out there. Should be fine, saves a bit of space compared to the larger one. Need a Summit pillow, and then we've got tent pegs, tent poles, easy done. And then this bag here is just full of food. Grabbed a bunch of hiking meals and full of Clif bars. So nice and easy stuff to take. Obviously that's not all the food I'm going to eat for the 2 weeks, but yeah, I'll buy stuff along the way, eat at pubs where I can, stuff like that. So moving around to the right hand side for this bag, this is everything I had in there currently. Might be a few little odds and ends that I have to throw in that I've forgotten, but I am waiting on another tube. That's a front spare tube, but I've ordered a rear one as well. That'll be in here somewhere. But yeah, this side is mostly taken up by this 5 litre jerry can. Sits down the bottom, fits in there nice. It's one of the ways I'm carrying the extra fuel I need. I've got a rag, a bunch of tie down straps to tie down the fuel bladders, anything else that I might need to tie off. Head torch, fire lighters. That's just a cheap bloody fly mosquito keep away wristband. Got some toilet paper, another torch, just a little multi-tool tube I said, and then we've got the cooker. So inside there's all the burner, there's a lighter, all the bits and pieces, an extra gas canister. Then we've got a jump start kit, or I can charge phones and stuff off that as well, and just a hand pump for the tyres. And then just in this bag, it's a pair of shoes, should I want to get out of the riding boots. So also at the back here, I've got my chair, and it's wrapped in just a towel that I use as a bit of a ground sheet sometimes, or if it's raining, can cover up the bike or anything else I need to cover up so it doesn't get wet. Just with a bit of bungee cord wrapped around it, which comes in handy for putting up if you need to dry some clothes or anything like that. You can put it between the tent and the bike. Well, one other thing I forgot, I've got it out here charging. Just a solar powered USB charger. Not sure where I've chucked that yet. Might go in the tank bag just so it's in the sun all the time. Just use that to charge up GoPros and anything else on the run. Almost forgot to mention the backpack. So water, carrying the water with me. That's going to be the main way I do it. It's got a water bladder in there. It's a Krieger backpack, Krieger water bladder, 3.75 litres I think it is. And then there's a bit of space in there, I can chuck some water bottles in there, so just grab a few water bottles on the way out there, chuck them in, should be good to go. And then last but not least, we got these fuel bladders. So all up, I'm looking at carrying 37 litres to get me across from Mount Dare to Birdsville. So I've obviously got the main tank here. It's a 17 litre tank, but if you fill it up when it's dead empty, you can get about 20 litres in the thing. So 20 in that. Got my 5 litre jerry can here, and then these two fuel bladders, 6 litres each. So 12, 20, and 5 in the jerry can, 37. Should be enough to get me where I need to go. So these fuel bladders here are full at the moment. Went and filled them up this morning, not because I'm going to carry them to the desert full, but I wanted to test fit it on the bike and tie it down with them full and see how it feels and looks, just to figure out the best way and best spot to put them. So with a bit of fiddling around, this is what I've come up with. Looks like a lot of crap to be carrying on this bike. What can you do? The bag underneath that I said for my clothes and stuff, 2 bladders that have 6 litres each in them, and then the chair still on top here. Just strapped that one with the straps that come on it to the Krieger bag, and then to the other bladder. And this bladder is tied down with 4 straps around down to the rear rack. The only issue, well, obviously it's up higher, not sure how bad that will be, but up on the top with the bag on here, I can't do that up too tight because I don't want to put too much pressure on the bladder. I already turned that open and let the air come out to release a bit of the pressure that it built up in there. So that would be one thing, just have to keep an eye on that. Cross any bumps, corrugations to make sure this doesn't come off. As it is now, it seems okay to me. Obviously I'll never know until I'm out there giving it a run, but as it is, it's pretty sturdy. I'm gonna chuck some clothes on, go for a lap around the streets. Might find some speed bumps or something. Just get a feel for how weighty it is with it up there. Obviously it's not all of the weight because I've got the 5 litre jerry can in here that's empty, so add another 5 kilos there. Get some clothes on. Well, I've got clothes on. I'll get some riding gear on and I'll go for a quick lap, see how it goes. See you on the bike. So I'm out here on the road, riding through suburbia. People are probably looking at me going, why the heck does he have fuel bladders on when he's riding in here? But anyway, first impressions, it's not too bad. Bike doesn't feel too bad with that added weight up top. I know this is ideal riding, smooth tarmac roads with the odd little pothole here and there, but I just wanted to get a feel for the bike with the weight up top, but it doesn't really feel like it's made too much of a difference to me right now. Obviously in off-road riding conditions it's going to be a bit different where the bike's moving around a lot more and I'm going to be moving around a lot more, but I don't think this is going to be a deal breaker the way it is right now. It's pretty good. I think I'll be fine to do it like this as long as the straps on the bike stay tight and stuff doesn't move around. I think we should be right. I'll just concentrate on getting out that bladder that's laying flat first. That'll be the one I empty out first into the bike, then the second bladder, and then that 5 litre jerry. We'll do that one last. I actually found some dirt. This is about as off-road as I'm going to get. Even then, feeling good. I think we're on to a winner. Just quickly jump off and have a look at everything. Oh, I can't get off how I normally get off. I usually flick my leg over the back. But yeah, not too bad. Obviously not very bumpy what I just did, but I think should be good. That's enough for me out here on the road. I'll head up here, turn around and start making my way back to the shed, and I'm going to pour these bladders into the bike and have her filled up and ready to go for about a week's time where we head off. Alright guys, see you back in the shed. But that pretty much wraps us up here guys. That's my setup for this Simpson Outback trip. Cannot wait. By the time you see this video, I'm probably, might even be in the Simpson, but I'll be in the Outback somewhere. So make sure you follow my Instagram and Facebook pages so you can keep up to date with where I'm at, see how I'm going. And hit the subscribe button too, because video series of the whole trip coming when I come back and get a chance to do all that. But if you've got any questions on the setup, on the bike, on anything, just put them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. But thanks as always for watching. Hopefully you got something out of that. You can plan your own Simpson trip, get out there and enjoy it and have some fun. All right guys, catch you later.